Hello guys, we are launching this new podcast episode series where I will bring on guests and do a episode for 11 minutes. 11 minutes set, let's go. So what's up, man? I'm glad to have you on the podcast. Can you please give the audience a little bit introduction of yourself, what you do and how you got started?
Yeah, for sure. So I'm Yuri. I'm currently 21 years old and I do YouTube automation. It's a business model where you simply own YouTube channels, but you don't specifically create the content yourself. So you pretty much outsource the video production part. And then that's kind of like where you can make a profit as long as your videos perform well. And yeah, I kind of got started with this because I was making videos myself early 2019, and then slowly but surely I got introduced to this business model, and it made more sense to do it this way because you can scale it much faster and better, to be honest.
How did you get introduced to it?
I'm pretty sure at the time there were a couple of these guys on Instagram that just kept spamming. I believe they still do, to be honest. That kept spamming their Instagram stories with results and stuff like that. We've probably all seen it. And they made like 100K or whatever, just crazy amounts in general. And yeah, kind of like through that, so it was like, okay, so what are they doing? Because clearly they were not like a personal brand. They were not showing their own face, or they were not like making their own videos. So yeah, that's kind of like how I rolled into it. I kind of just randomly came across it on Instagram, I think.
So for people that are watching it and are unaware of this YouTube automation thing, like how can
Mhm.
someone get started? What should someone keep in mind before like going full in and spending bunch of money that money will be wasted? What do people need to get started with this YouTube automation?
Yeah, okay, I see. Yeah. So, in my opinion, there are two ways to do it. You can get started right away with the actual YouTube automation stuff, but you can only do that if you've got a budget, of course. Or you can just simply start a faceless YouTube channel yourself. If you don't have a budget, and then slowly but surely you can turn it into an automation channel. Because I know a lot of you probably watching this don't have a couple $100 to spend per month on video production. So what you could do if that's you can start a faceless channel where you can do voiceovers, screen recording content, basically all sorts of videos as long as you don't show your face. Because if you show your face, then your personal brand, you yourself are attached to the channel, and people are probably coming to the channel for you. So you cannot automate it. You cannot put some random guy on that channel. It's not going to work. So if you start a faceless channel, later down the line, you can automate it by simply switching to a different voiceover, and that's it. You're done. And then if you already have the budget, you can simply get going right away with the video production part. You can hire people on platforms like Upwork, Fiverr, freelancer.com. There are so many out there. What you got to be careful of is probably, first of all, choosing a niche that you can monetize. I've seen a lot of people that go into niches like the meditation niche, and then they just simply take these random clips from whatever website, they put some audio on it, and they think that's going to get monetized, which unfortunately doesn't work anymore these days. So I would say what you should avoid, and there are probably like so many things, so it's really hard to just give you guys one thing or multiple things or whatsoever. But yeah, do your research, make sure that there are other channels, big channels in that niche, so that at least you're sure that it's a proven concept. I guess that's the best advice I can give. Make sure that's a proven concept. You don't have to reinvent the wheel, especially if you're just getting started.
Okay, so for someone who's very passionate into the meditation niche, what would be your approach to that meditation niche that you have explained that through that method that you have explained by taking some random clips and adding some music will fail? What would your approach be?
If you're gonna decide and go do that, which I don't really recommend anymore, but if you still want to do it, then I guess the best way to do it would probably be to create your own footage, so your own content. You've probably seen these rain videos. You can shoot those yourself outside if it's raining. So yeah, probably what I would then do, and what I'd recommend doing if you're gonna still decide to do it, is make sure that you create your own content, that you own your own stuff. Because otherwise, what will happen is that if you get it from some random stock footage website or wherever you're going to get it from, there are probably another 1,000 people that are going to get it from that same place. You end up with the same kind of videos. YouTube will notice, and then you're pretty much done for because you're probably not going to get monetized. So yeah, what I would say is create your own videos then, which is still hard. So if you're going to do it the automation way, then you probably have to get someone that's going to make those videos. So Yeah, that's why I just said it's probably not the best thing to do if you're getting started.
So can you explain more about the automation part? Because as I have understood, maybe the others can understand, you hire people
Yeah.
to do the YouTube videos, so that's why you don't connect your brand and your phrase and your voice to it, so you can then like outsource it to other people.
Yeah, exactly. So, for example, if we take a look at Mr. Beast, Logan Paul, all of these big time YouTubers, David Dobrik, whatever, right? If they now start uploading, or they would get you or me to make videos on their channel, it is not going to work because all of the people are there for David Dobrik, Logan Paul, Mr. Beast. So they're pretty much there for their personality. But with the YouTube automation channels, the viewers are not there for a specific person, but they are really there for the video itself. So they don't really care about who's doing the voiceover. You can do it, I can do it, some random guy can do it. And that is why that concept actually works so well. So, like the basic way how you can do this is you simply have a video, you break it down into the content layers, what I like to call them. So you've got a script writer, a voiceover, a video editor, and a thumbnail designer. Most of the time, it's not always in that. It's not always the case, but most of the time in most YouTube automation videos will have those four layers, and then you can hire a script writer. You can hire the voiceover, the video editor, and a full video pretty much. So they're gonna do the work, and then slowly but surely, at the end of the like as long as everyone does their work, at the end of the day, you got a full video which you can then upload. And because your brand is not attached to it or your personal face, you don't have to be like in the videos or on the channel yourself. You're pretty much the person that's running it behind the scenes.
So what kind of content should people create in some niche? Maybe you can give us examples of niche that you have in mind that you can get brainstorm some ideas that people can get and start creating content. Because a lot of people get the information, but they don't know how to start. So what are some content
Yeah,
ideas that they can
100%.
start with?
Yeah. So right now, one of the best niches that I see is the NFT niche or the metaverse stuff. I'm not sure if you've seen it. You probably have, but it's booming right now. A lot of content on Instagram, Twitter. So it's really blowing up. But because it's new, there are not so many people that have made videos yet about it. So it's pretty easy to break into that niche, and the barrier to entry is pretty low right now. That's most of the time, like the kind of niches that I try and find. How you get started is, well, first of all, you got to make sure to understand how to create the content. If you don't know how to do that yourself, or you don't know what you need, it's hard to give the instructions to the team. But after that, you can hire once again, a script writer, a voiceover, and a video editor on Upwork. You can do that by just going to the website, you sign up, you click on post a job. You can then put in like script writer, blah, 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 all of the requirements, voiceover, all the requirements, video editor, and you can keep that going. It's kind of like hard to explain real quick, but it's not hard. You just go to Upwork and you'll probably get it done if you just spend a couple minutes on it. But yeah, that's pretty much how do you get started? There's not like a specific way. That's what a lot of people think. It's like, okay, you do this, and boom, you've got it going. But there are like multiple ways and not a specific way to get started. Pretty much, yeah. I'm not sure how to like package that into, okay, you do and this, and that's it. There are like multiple ways to do it, and it's not always the same.
Yeah, I get it. What are your thoughts about YouTube SEO? Because a lot of YouTubers are optimizing the video with a system called like vidIQ, some others don't. And like, does it
Yeah.
work? Does it don't work? Do you use it? Do you don't use it?
For sure. Yeah. So YouTube SEO is kind of funny you ask. It's kind of my main skill, my thing, to be honest. Because you've got a lot of traffic sources on YouTube. Most of the views in general on the platform come from browse, suggested, right? Because it's easier to recommend through that way. Most of my channels and most of my views are coming from YouTube search, which is pretty much comes down to SEO, right? For the softwares, I don't use vidIQ, I don't use TubeBuddy, I don't use any tool anymore to for the SEO part to figure out, okay, is this a good video topic? Should I do this specific word in the title? Should I do this, and this? I don't use that anymore. I have used that though, and like in 2019 when I was just starting, I did use it. Right now, I'm kind of at this point where I'm like, I kind of just know what works and what doesn't work, and I can go based off the data and the experience from the last 2 years. So I don't use it anymore, but it's definitely like some of the tools are definitely helpful, but don't expect them to do all the work for you. Let's put it that way, because softwares give you like the scores, right? So you type in whatever keyword and they give you a score. If that score is 100 or 90 or 80 or whatever, people think, oh, this is amazing. It's gonna do very well and blow up. But that's not really the case. I wouldn't put too much trust on these scores on the softwares and stuff.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's very interesting to know because for me and my clients, we do like YouTube SEO, and YouTube SEO like helped my clients. It basically changed their lives. Now we have some YouTube
Yeah, for
SEO
me as
guys
well.
that they optimize through vidIQ, and they get like 100 out of 100 vidIQ SEO score. So that's very good. For
Yeah.
example, for our future, because we don't have a lot of time left. For our
Hmm.
future, we started like with 500 subscribers in 2nd of October, and now they're at 60 something thousand. So we have generated 80 million views through just optimizing for YouTube SEO. So it reaches the right level of
Exactly.
people to watch their content. Because if you're a business
Hmm.
and you market to people who are in meditation, unrelated, your video will go
Yeah.
unnoticed, and you lost your money, you lost everything. So yeah, thank
Yeah,
you, bro, for
exactly.
coming on. We're out of time. Thank you guys for watching. See you in the
That's
next
quick.
one. Peace.